Hey everyone, is this better? Do you hear me now? Give me a thumbs up. Tell me you guys can hear me. Yes. All right. Okay, here. Excellent. All right, welcome back. Welcome. It's Wednesday and we have had quite a week, folks, and it's only Wednesday. We're not even the week's not even done. We have a lot going on. So first of all, let's give it a second. Let everybody get on here. Amy, thank you so much. Hi everyone. And by the way, you know how this works. Just let me remind for the everybody that's new to our Lev Remembers family. It's free to all the subscribers, but for all the paid subscribers, not only do you guys can you chat, ask questions. Definitely, if you want to come up, and you're more than welcome. Raise your hand. Let me know if you have something to say, you want to share, ask a question. Remember, this platform is about all of us, and that's why we're here together. So, thanks for joining me, and we have a lot to uncover. But first of all, before we get into the stuff I really want to go to, I just want to just think about only Wednesday, and we've already broke the news about Venezuela, about their meetings that they're about to attack. Literally, I'm hearing from my sources that it's imminent. Donald Trump's having an extremely bad week. I mean, from what my sources are telling me. Besides the polls is out of say hi to Jay. I definitely will say hi, Jay. Hopefully Jay's on here with us. Jay's amazing. For those of you that know, Jay actually, I'm sorry, runs our volunteer group. More than that, she actually helps me out with a lot of things behind the scenes. Let's use that as a quick update. We're close to, we got our proposal. Yesterday, we have our Zoom call set up with this major group on Monday. If all goes well, hopefully I should be giving you guys an update very soon on some of the things that we're planning on doing. So yes, definitely shout out to Jay. Actually, not only shout out to Jay, but while we're doing this, we're gonna do a shout out to all of. Hold on a second. Bear with me, guys, because I feel this is important. Hold on. Oh no, this is okay. As you can see, I'm not very prepared, but that's all right. Hold on a second. Again, where is it? Oh, here. There we go. All right. So I want to do a special shout out to all the volunteers behind the scenes. Some of the new ones, some are older ones that are active. Renee, thank you. Jacqueline, Joanne, Bill, Laurie, Peggy, Linda, Molly, Julia, Sharon, Jeanette, Kim, Cheech, Amber, Shawnee, I just can't say enough. God bless each and every one of you. From Love Remembers family to all of you, thank you. And we're just getting started. So keep up the great work. For those of you that want to sign up, if you haven't yet, not the website, I'm sorry, the email is Lev, Lev, P as in Peter, T as in Tom, T as in Tom, P as in Peter, at proton.me. That's Lev, PTTP at proton.me. That's our volunteer hotline, folks. So all of you that can contribute and financially, but could do other things, please, you keep just send that email out. Let us know where you're at. Let us know what you could do, what your specialties are. And thank you, my sister. I see Ludmila's out there. Dimitri, thank you for sharing the Proton. Thank you, Kim. And also the GoFundMe, which is extremely important, folks, because part of the proposal is we're going to have to pay these people money. to be able to start doing all of this stuff. We For those of you that have been contributing, God bless you. We're doing incredible, but I'm going to be honest with you. It's not even a dip in the bucket for what we need to do to be able to go fight with them. So for those of you that can, please contribute, share the GoFundMe. For those of you that can't or have or are waiting, at least make sure you spread it, share it on all social media platforms. Share it with your friends and family. Every dollar helps. But the more we could get together, the quicker, the faster we're going to get off. So thank you, Ludmila, for sharing it. For those of you, just pass it around because it's extremely important. But I want to start off. Also, since we're on the note, quick note: the books have gone out yesterday. My wife has sent out a whole bunch of books, so you guys should be getting them very shortly. For those of you that have been waiting for them, for those of you that haven't ordered it, I recommend because they're very limited, and I don't know when the next order's coming in. So to make sure you get it before the holidays, Renee, thank you. Go to levremembers.com. You definitely want to get this. This is your blueprint. Not only it's a way to support me, our platform, but trust me when I tell you, you will thank me because a lot of what we talk about, it connects the dots. It has a lot to do, and it's crazy because when I wrote the book originally, I was in prison, and I. This is before I testified in front of Congress. This is before anything else, and I really had no idea what if I'm ever going to be able to get the story out because they were trying to shut me up. So I wrote the book with everything that was going on. So yes, there's a lot more to it, but you definitely, especially when it comes to Ukraine, Russia, and Venezuela, and some of Trump's inner circle that's taking place right now, you definitely want to read it. It's a quick read, 2-3 days, and I think by the holidays you will be. Tiger just said no audio. Did the audio go out? Or you guys, do you still hear me? Oh, I hope you guys. I like that, the felon author, Jill. It's like, okay, great, Dimitri, perfect. All right, so let's get into some stuff. First of all, Trump's polls are off the rug. It's never been as low as you could imagine, and what my sources that are close next to him are telling me that he is really, really getting off the rails. And one of the things he's been doing, and this is why, for those of you that haven't had a chance to make sure you read this, there's a very important letter I put out, I think 2 days ago, and I think was one of the I think probably extremely one of the most important ones that I put out, and I think we need to get more attention on this. I've been speaking to some people behind the scenes, some very powerful women. Like Mary Trump, with JoJo from Jersey, Joy Reid, and others. And because from what I'm hearing from my sources, along with everything else, Donald Trump has been really, really being really nasty towards women lately. And you've been seeing it play out, especially with women reporters. And what I want to tell you is this is the real Donald Trump. This is finally you're starting to see a lot of what the inside of that Trump, that MAGA, the how they talk to women, the Andrew Tates of the world, behind the scenes. That remember, Donald Trump got the Tate brothers off all of their problems in Europe. So this is the Donald Trump that's hung around the Epsteins of the world. This is the Donald Trump that's lived his whole life abusing, screaming, insulting women. This is the Donald Trump that went behind the backstage of young girls while they were changing because he could. This is the Donald Trump that you heard in his own voice said that because he is who he is, he could grab women by their private parts because he's famous. He could kiss them when he wants. He took pride of trying to sleep with his friends' wives. This is the Donald Trump that would go on talking about his own daughter, Ivanka, how he is. And now, this is the Donald Trump that's standing as the president of the United States on the highest platform in the podium, abusing and insulting. And I don't know, the adjectives that you could use, female reporters. Now, I don't know what planet we're living in, but this shit has to stop. A couple of days ago, my daughter was visiting me from college, and she came up to me and said, "Dad, like, how is this happening? How come nobody is saying anything about it? How come this? How come, where's the Me Too movement? Where's everybody standing up? Where's all of, blocking the networks, blocking his press conferences? Because at the end of the day, let me ask you a question: what is so important about his press conference? This is a guy that lies every time he goes up there. This is a guy that basically insults people, insults our reporters, insults women, insults different. Now he's going after Somalians in Minnesota. He's a narcissist. He's turned into a full-fledged dictator. But why are we allowing him to have it? Why are we not boycotting it? Not one woman. I'm speaking, yeah, tranquil. I'm trying to reach out to Jean Carroll also. I think through Mary Trump will be able to get Jean Carroll. Absolutely. I'm trying to build a major coalition because this is something that this can't just keep going on. He can't keep call. I mean, just think about it. These women have families. They have to go home to their kids, and think about it. Why did the president of the United States call you piggy, or why did the United States president of the United States call you stupid, mom, or friends or families? I mean, just think about the world exposure we're getting, and nobody's talking about it. Nobody. I mean, none of the media. It's like, yeah, you'll see a Chiron on there, like, okay, oh, Trump, insulted this female, and they just go right into it. It's like, this is part of politics. Well, in what world? In what world is this part of politics? This is not part of politics. I mean, I'm 53 years old. I've never seen that even in dictatorship countries. Even in dictatorship countries, there's a respect as order. There's never been a fear. I mean, the way he points his finger, the way he talks, the nastiness, and it's now you're starting to see it portrayed down the aisle from the top down. That's why you're starting to you see the way the administration and the things that are happening. This is disgusting, and I don't know why nobody's doing it, but we are going to. Part of why I wanted to go live today, folks, is I wanted to say that we are starting part of Lev Remembers, part of everything else. Now we're adding to this is we need. I'm trying to organize a group of powerful women to help me put this together. If you guys know, go ahead. You know what to do. LevPTTP.proton.me. Jay behind the scenes is working on it, and put a coalition together, and let's boycott this guy. Let's boycott. I just want you guys to think about this. I want everybody to close your eyes for a second and think about if you all of a sudden Donald Trump comes out there to give a press conference and there's nobody there. The only people there is you have your OAN, you have a Newsmax, and you have a Fox reporter. Hit those hearts, folks, because this information, we need more and more people. We're going to get Katie Fang, we're going to get Allison, or Tara, actually. What's her name? JoJo's already reaching out to Tara. Yeah, no, we're gonna put it together, guys. So you could make your calls. You could let them give them the email. Reach out to everybody who you think, Jane Fow, whoever you think should be part of this movement. Reach out to them. Send them an email. Tell them to. I'm gonna reach out to Rachel myself. Believe me. But for those that you can reach out and have them go out to Jay at our levpttp@proton.me. And enough is enough, and there has to be some sort of accountability, and we have to just think about when he tried to get rid of Jimmy Kimmel, how when we stood up and how we started boycotting Disney, how we started boycotting ABC, how all of a sudden no more Jimmy Kimmel's back on. You don't see Trump attacking, going after ABC anymore. Here we go. We stood up to the bully. We kicked his ass. Now it's time to stand up for our women, stand up for our daughters, stand up for our wives, stand up for our partners, stand up for for dignity and stand up for humanity. Enough is enough. So I'm asking each and every one of you today, this is our call to action. Every one of you needs to go out there and, think of what we need to do. We need to reach out to all these movements out there. We need to reach out and start boycotting all of these, because some of these women are forced. Because when I made some phone calls, some of them are forced by the network executive to go in there and to get abused. So we need to put pressure on the networks. We need to put pressure, because just think about, we could still, this is, going into a Trump press conference nowadays is not news. Going into a Trump press conference is like the Jerry Springer show, and it's like giving him a platform to expose, to abuse, to lie, to do it. If we cut off his platform, if we cut off, it's cutting off another part of his lifeline to be able to spread, not only to abuse people, but to be able to stop the lies and the spread, because he'll only be able to spread it in his echo chamber. He needs the press. No matter how much I want to give you guys a secret. No matter how much he abuses the press, no matter how much he calls them fake news and everything, that's part of the game. Trust me, I was there. I know him. I was part of that whole, it's all part of the act, part of the game for them to be able to cover him. He did that in the very beginning when, if somebody knows Heather Cox Richardson, I've been trying to reach out to her, folks. Definitely, I want to try to reach out to Heather Cox Richardson. If you know her, definitely try to connect us. Absolutely. But again, it's just amazing to see that there's not more people, that this is just going under the radar. But we're not going to let that happen, And when my daughter sat down with me, and when she's, looked at me like, oh, what is going on? How can you? I was amazed that literally I was, probably in a long time, I was dumbfounded. I had nothing to say. I didn't know what to say to her. I couldn't. This is the president of the United States. He's has the biggest platform, and he's going out there abusing. He's going out there insulting. He's going out there, literally. Forget about the lies. Just think about it. In this first administration, documented over 34,000 lies. That alone should tell us, why are we covering him? Why are we giving him the platform? Who cares if he's the president of the United States? If he's a liar, if he's an abuser, if he's somebody that should not be followed. So, folks, that's the most important thing out of today. That if you get out of anything, please, and I'm going to be putting a letter later together. So look out for it. We're building the coalition. Definitely make sure, go out, Lev PTTP at proton.me. Reach out, join our volunteer group. Maybe one of the things, and Jay, if you're listening, I'll call you later, but let's start maybe a petition let's start a petition. Let's get as many people to sign as possible. Let's start boycotting some of these news channels that are forcing these reporters, these women, to go out there abuse. Let's start putting pressure on some of these reporters, and the mail. It's not just the mail; it's the mail reporters also. What did they do? Because I tell you, that's why did not probably belong in that newsroom, because if I was standing there and he would have called one of those women a piggy or something like that, I'd probably slap him. I'd probably be in jail. Where I grew up in Brooklyn, you don't do that. You get up, you stand up. I don't care who you are, but if you see a female, or you see a older lady, or you get up and you give them your seat. There's some sort of respect that we need to get back into our society. And Donald Trump is just, abusing it to such a degree. So, folks, I'm sorry that I'm a little bit passionate about this, but this is something that really got to me when my daughter, came out and spoke to me about this. So, folks, everybody, do your thing right now, starting now, pass it on everywhere I speak. Let's start the boycott. We'll get a petition going. Let's get some organizations going. Let's stop that until he apologizes in front of the whole world to each and every one of these women that he's insulted, that he's abused, that he's called names. We will not cover his press conferences. Let him go out there and go to his Truth Social. Let him go to Elon Musk, and let him go to his Fox News, and let him. That's it. That's what needs to be done. So on that note, I'm gonna, stop there. But you know what to do, folks. You know how to spread the word. Give you a little bit more inside scoop. The GOP, and this is why this is the perfect time to do it. Because also, I'm sorry, I gotta get back into it because there's so much destruction and there's so much. You want to come up, American citizen? I'll bring you up. Absolutely, come on up. There's just so much that is going on behind the scenes in the GOP that right now the between Marjorie Taylor Greene, you're hearing people are retiring. Yesterday's election in Tennessee, where he won by double digits, he won barely by 8. So much happening.
Hi, I'm
Welcome.
on radio. I do radio is what I do.
Oh, welcome, welcome. Well, that's okay. Welcome. What is your name?
My name, you can call me American citizen.
American
I
citizen. Wonderful. Welcome, welcome, American citizen. Thank you for coming up.
I'll be really quick. I want to say thank you very much for all the work you do. Thank you for standing up for women. I know the South Carolina right now, they're trying to redefine what abortions are to include birth control. So if you want to do it's 323, it's a Senate bill down there to talk to them. The other thing is there's the National Defense Authorization Act. They're trying to prohibit states from regulating AI. If you want to talk to your representatives, the number there is 202-224-3121, and you guys can do that. Here's the one thing I wanted to say. I mean, as far as doing Rachel Maddow, doing Afton, I think because she's got all this publicity, that would be really great to get her in on that. And I think an AOC or Jasmine Crockett would be really great. As far as all of you guys are concerned, I just wanted to say two or three things for you to protect yourselves. I've been trying to get my financial stuff around because I think we're going to have an economic crash in the first 6 months of
Yes,
2026. So when I'm talking to these people, they're saying the stock market looks great. So I'm going to give you a couple things if you want to write this stuff down and talk to them. You can also go on my post. You can do a direct copy and paste. I have no paywalls, you guys. I'm just trying to help people. These are the few things. One, an AI bubble. We have Peter Thiel and the SoftBank of Japan, which is like our vanguard, you guys. They dumped all their NVIDIA. We have Meta when they put all their debt in a place called Hyperion. They're hiding their debt. That is going to an AI bubble. And recently, in the last couple days, Bezos and a couple other people have dumped all their stocks, billions of dollars. So they pump, pump, pump. Guess what they're going to do right now? They're dumping. The next thing is on November 17th in the New York Times, they said that the Fed is relaxing their rules to find out if banks are going into failures. They're setting up the same regulations and conditions that led to the first crash before 2008, which could lead to the next crash. Paraphrasing, but it's very close. The fact that copper is going up, it only goes up right before depressions, you guys, and one other
that's
time,
right.
and that's not now. So my thing to you guys is if you want to do that copy and paste of that letter to your company retirement funds, you guys, so that we are protecting, we need to protect each other, okay?
That's
If you
right.
do this, you can look at rare earth minerals because we can't afford them from China anymore. So like uridium, like there's a number of different things, copper, gold, whatever. Those are hard assets, you guys. Even if they down our dollar, you would be protecting yourself. Energy, international stocks like Marisec, international shipping, because we have BRICS and they're going to go around us. If you invest in those areas, you can protect at least your retirement funds so that we can take care of each other. If we don't have a retirement funds, we can't even take care of each other. The other
That's
thing is you
right.
can talk to your companies about one other thing. You'd send this information now because they are planning for 2027, you guys, next year. So you need to send this in now. We won't be able to afford our healthcare. If you were to do this, if you were to talk to your company about getting catastrophic healthcare insurance for all of their employees, that way the Biden era rules where they can't take your house with medical debt, that has been changed with Trump. They can now do that. So if you would get catastrophic healthcare insurance, that takes care of that. Number two, they could talk to your doctors in your surrounding area for what's called a direct physician care network. And if you have a doctor, pediatrician, and a dentist, at the very least, you guys, those plans could be like $4,000 for the entire year for a group of 4 people. You could actually afford your healthcare. If you are sick, you can look at international healthcare plans because those are actually something you could afford next year where most of us won't be able to afford our healthcare. I just want to let you know this right now because if you send these letters in right now, and I have letters, if you need to, just DM me and I can send you a link to it. The bottom of each of these letters has a link to the opposite. So getting one link will get you to the other, and we can all protect our healthcare for next year. We can protect our retirement funds. You guys, I think as early as January when the job numbers come out that they've been hiding 4 months, I think we're going to have a crash. And understand this, they have taken from our Social Security to fund all these wars. So If they down our dollar, you guys, there may not be any Social Security. So what I'm telling you is at least protect your retirement funds to protect yourselves. I just wanted to put out some general information, love.
Americans, well, God bless you. Thank you, thank you for that. First of all, if you haven't followed, make sure guys follow her, American Citizen, because this is some important information. And DM her for the letters. And please, if you could get in touch with Jay through our, email levpttp@proton.me. And if you could guys call, I will, because I think I agree with you 100%. We are in a bubble. I think that's something else that nobody's talking about, and I'm glad you raised that information right now. I think it's important for everybody because we are not only a community, we are a family, and we're looking out for each other. And the one thing that do not fall into the trap that the stock market is up. America says is 100% right. This is a bubble. You're starting to see already major downshifts in the crypto industry. This is just the beginning. The AI bubble. There's a lot that is about to, the tariffs. We need to make sure to protect ourselves. We need to make sure, especially with our insurance, which is one of the most important thing I think that is taking place right now. But the other way we're going to be able to do it, American citizen, is by what we're doing is we're going to be able to get the gavel before even 2026. We're going to be able to try to stop them before they get a chance to destroy our whole democracy. Thank you so much for coming. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I just
No,
want to say,
absolutely. Yeah.
in trying to do that, I just put out something last night about this whole, they're trying to impeach him and they have those 7 processes of impeachment. And then there's also this lawsuit that just came out yesterday in Palm
Yep.
Springs
That's right.
about the sex trafficking with Gates, the alleged
Yep.
trafficking with Gates, Trump, and Elon. Here's the thing. If we can get a few more people to resign
Yep.
or retire, and so
That's
I have
right.
this whole thing like, here, pressure them, because if they did 14 points in Tennessee, can you really afford 14? Now, I know there's a number of them right now, like 30 of them, they're looking to retire or resign. But here's the thing. Don't wait till next year. Do it now. If you actually want to
100%.
help America, if we can pressure these guys to actually leave you guys, we can change the House in the next month and we can start getting rid of these guys. And then you go after Elon because of, I don't know if you've seen Senator
We go
Gary
after
Peters
all of
actually put up.
them. Yeah,
Yes,
we go after all of them.
well, yeah, but my point though is this, because economically we're screwed. But if you look at Senator Gary Peters, he put out something that's called "How Doge Jeopardizes American Data Without Regard for Law in Congress." That actually has a legal document. If he took all of our data,
Yeah.
we can actually use him like a drug cartel. We can not only prosecute him, we can seize all his assets. If Peter Thiel was a part of that too, we can seize all his assets, all his companies. We can use that money, you guys, to do infrastructure and universal health care, and we can get our way out of this. Okay, so I'll shut up now.
No. I mean, God bless you. I mean, like I said, we're on the same page. That's why we're a family. And that's part of what my plan is. That's what part of what I'm trying to do is go out there right now. That's what, if you read my letters, I write and I talk about this every single day. Is we need to keep the pedal to the metal, put the pressure now even harder. And that is exactly what you said. Is I'm going to reiterate it. It's not just calling or talking to those same 10 congressmen or women that we see on TV. It's pressuring every single one of them because you do not know which one of them is thinking about retiring or leaving or going on a long vacation and not being there or taking a sick leave or something. This is the important part. I've been saying this since I came to Substack. For those of you that have watched me, I said from day one that because it's such a thin line that they have the majority in the Congress, and because my source is telling me that it's so screwed up. If we had some leadership in the Democratic Party, we would already have the gavel a long time ago. But because unfortunately we don't, we're still going to back into it, guys. So I agree 100%. Make sure right now, just, this is a part of our same call to action, just like what we're talking about, boycotting Trump's, press conferences, boycotting Trump's rallies and Trump's events. The same way we need to make sure we keep the letters. And you know, even if you're a constituent and you in a Republican area, even more, you need to reach out to the Republic, because that's who we need to send the letters to, make the phone calls to, is to all of these Republican congressmen and congresswomen to keep the pressure on, because I'm hearing also that there's going to be plenty there going to be leaving, and that's why Trump is going through this major derangement right now. And that's why you're starting to see the real Trump come out. He's not holding himself back as much. You know, from even the way he's been, you saw, you know, people are laughing that he was falling asleep at those meetings. It's not that it's when you know somebody well enough, like I know him, it's because he's already relaxed himself to the point where he could be, he doesn't care of what you say, what you he's gonna do, and he talks the way. And my sources are telling me the way he's been talking to female reporters. He's been also lashing out at female employees in the White House and all over the place. So we're getting to him, and it's coming to. So, American citizen, thank you so much for all your support, coming up here, doing all the work you do, and you know that was some really important information. Really appreciate that.
Well, all your information is great. And so I've been trying to tell people like subscribe to you and contact you to do lives with you because you have some very valuable insight. Thank you so much for all the work you do. I'll shut up. Bye bye.
No, have a great day. God bless you. Together, this is why we're building this community. So absolutely. And if you need me ever to do a live or to just let me know, DM me. We're here to help each other. Have a great day.
You too.
Take care. Hey folks, yeah. So America says that she's great. That was great information. So definitely subscribe. Make sure you listen. It's part of the community. But it's the same. She told you the same thing I've been telling you all along. We need to keep the pressure on. You need to keep your voices loudly heard, and they're being heard. Trust me when I tell you. Sometimes it gets frustrating. Sometimes you think it's not happening quick enough. But trust me when I tell you, right now we're on a major what somebody asked a question. Let me try to get it. It's hard because there's so much going on. Lev, what is your opinion? What is the compromise Putin has on Trump? So that's a great question, and that's some of the stuff we're going to talk about. But it's the compromise that they have on him is not P tapes or stuff that he did in Russia. It's a combination of, they've had an operation, KGB, then FSB operation into Donald Trump for probably around 40 years. I'm still working on some of the actual compromise that they have, and I'll be breaking that news as soon as we get it. That's why you want to make sure you subscribe and put your notifications on. But what I'm hearing is it's definitely his lifestyle and what you're seeing, you know, behind the scenes, and you know, text messages and emails, just like you've seen little bits from the Epstein, where Epstein was talking about that he's given information over to Victor Churkin, who was the ambassador to the United Nations from Russia at the time, and he was saying the information. There was a lot of others that were now what's it called? Giving information about Donald Trump willingly and unwillingly, not only financial, but also as a lifestyle. You know, what he did, you know, Donald Trump, one of the things that was never, you know, that people talked about, but never spoken about, is that some of the powerful people, you know, that Donald Trump used to try to hit on their wives and stuff like that. So there's a lot of us. It goes back to Ivana. That's right. And also you got to keep in mind, if you take a look at Trump's history, every time Trump had financial issues, where did the help come from? Most of it, I'd say over 60-70%, if not more, came from Russian association, banks, money, even the house that he sold. So there's a lot of compromise that they have on him, and different, and it's over the years, and that is why, and not only him, but also people in his inner circle, and that is why you saw, and that is very an important part of why I even started my conversation yesterday by saying, think about it. Steve Witkoff and Jared Kushner sat for 5 hours with Vladimir Putin yesterday, while you had Marco Rubio, the official Secretary of State, sitting here going on national television praising, saying that Steve Witkoff is there right now trying to work out a peace deal. I mean, just think to yourself, what possible peace deal could Steve Witkoff or Jared Kushner sit there and talk about for 5 hours when neither one of them has spent any time even with the Ukrainians? They spend more time with the Russians talking about, with Kirill Dmitriev about pushing a Russian takeover there. They never sit down with the Ukrainians. Even if you took a look at the meeting they had in Miami, you saw the person that was talking and doing all of the conversation was the Secretary of State, and you saw Witkoff sitting like he didn't care. Because again, is Blavatnik still bankrolling Kushner? Blavatnik is still, yes, partners with Witkoff. They're all in it together. That's part of what I'm investigating. Absolutely. Whoever asked that question, it went quickly. I didn't see it. So that's why you're seeing it, and what my reporting and what my sources are telling me, that 5 hours there was zero conversation about peace deal, folks. That conversation was, first of all, Vladimir Putin was giving them a lesson on Russian Ukrainian history, how Ukraine is part of Russia. He went into over an hour tirade, what my source are telling me, and then the rest of the conversation was basically about Nord Stream 2. Here I made some notes after I got off the. So this is what they spoke about at the that my sources are telling me, folks. So they spoke about Nord Stream 2 and how they could use that. Some of how Trump's donors and some of the power oligarchy could join forces and use energy leverage, and how they could masquerade it by to the American people by saying that it's going to bring more money to our bottom line. They spoke about minerals and resources in Ukraine. As I told you, that whole Ukrainian mineral thing was all a fake deal. It was all just to be part of prolonging the time. But they were talking about basically as if Ukraine was taken over by Russia. And oh, sorry, somebody is calling me. So yeah, that they spoke about the minerals, about which American companies, and again, it was more of a which American oligarchs, American companies, American Trump donors, Trump friends were going to participate in this reconstruction or whatever you want to call part of the peace plan, not only in Ukraine but with the minerals and all of that type of stuff. The other thing that was talked about was Russian oligarchy investment into the United States. Discussed about talking about how that would be structured, the partnership, the different ways Russian oligarchy could be structured. I'm sorry, guys, that somebody's coming to call you. 1 second. Uh, Somebody's trying to reach me very hard. Uh, oh. So yes, so let me just. I apologize. Okay. The reason why I'm even picking up because it's one of my sources actually. So maybe there's some breaking news. Otherwise, I wouldn't even pick up. I apologize. 1 second. Hello. Hello. Okay, maybe they're having a bad connection. So I apologize about that. But uh, so basically, those were the things that they were talking about. That's why it was also for 5 hours and not for because there was a lot of business to discuss. They also spoke about lifting sanctions, how they're going to be able to go around because some of the sanctions are still put on through the European countries. They were talking about how to go around them. So that was it was a meeting about business, strictly zero to do with peace in Ukraine. You saw the results today. Basically, they didn't meet with Zelensky. Zelensky was in Brussels waiting for them to finish their meeting. They were supposed to go there, but just like and just think about who came out. You had the Putin's person, whatever you want to speak, spokesperson, come out and say that Witkoff and Kushner are not going back to Brussels to meet with Zelensky because there was nothing that was confirmed. They're going back to the White House. Just think about that. So that was that. Quick update on Venezuela. Venezuela, folks, it's getting heavy. It's not a matter of if. Now I'm hearing it's just we already have boots on the ground. There's already CIA there. Part of also, by the way, I apologize. Part of the conversations they touched on also with Putin had to do with Maduro and Venezuela because Putin and China and Russia have a lot of stake in Venezuela. This is another chip that nobody's talking about, and Maduro is just a tool in this whole thing. Folks, lots to uncover and lots that we're going to go into. And the one other couple of breaking things that we're going to go into is stay tuned because we're going to be doing a major breaking news about Andrei Yermak, who is who was Vladimir Zelensky's chief of staff. He is no longer. He was also part of a lot of these negotiations. This is also he's also being used, and part of Zelensky's inner circle is now being used as a major corruption ploy being used in Ukraine to be able to push Zelensky into either leaving or announcing an election. There's a lot about that right now I'm working behind the scenes. That later today or tomorrow we're gonna do a lot of breaking stuff, and before Trump or the media gets to frame it in their own way. So stay tuned to that. And also, there's some, from what my sources are telling me, we're going to see some breaking news shortly, maybe this week or next week, having to do with Donald Trump testing the auto pen, the Biden auto pen. For those of you that don't remember, because we have a lot of news coming out, a lot of things happening earlier in the week. Trump put out a post basically saying that all of the Biden auto policies, not just pardons, this is the important part, pardons and policies are no longer valid that were signed by the auto pen. And what I'm hearing is the first test of that is going to be coming out later on in the next few weeks. So stay tuned to that because to respond to that, we are putting together a never before. Me and Hunter Biden are going to do a live on Substack and that's I don't know when it is yet. But I'll announce it as soon as it happens. It's going to be here for your community. So make sure, if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe, put your notifications on. And for those of you that want to have a chance to come up while me and Hunter are going to be up there and ask a question, participate in the chat. If now is definitely the time, become a paid subscriber because we have a lot of things happening in the next couple of weeks that you could participate, let your voices do. And obviously, it helps support our platform. Also, please go to our GoFundMe, which has been passed around. Extremely important here. That we keep. If you could put it out there, guys, it's something that we are right now. Monday we have a Zoom call set up with the team that hopefully we could go to work with already. And come January, it's going to be on like Donkey Kong. So, and for those of you that continue your contributions, Venmo at Lev dash Parnas, at PayPal at Lev Parnas, and Zelle, the real Lev Parnas, at the real Lev Parnas at gmail.com. So many, I don't know. But the most important thing that I want to tell you guys, if you buy anything today, if you want to give anybody a loved one a present for the holidays, go get your copy of Shadow Diplomacy. We just got a shipment in before they're gone for the holidays. You definitely want to read it. It's a blueprint to what's happening. And also, especially for the holidays, if you want, I'll put in a special note and a signature for you guys. So definitely you want to read this and you want to grab it. Go to levremembers.com to grab it. And stay tuned. I'll be going live later on today with some more breaking news. But the number one thing, remember, make your calls, set it up. Enough is enough. We're not going to allow Donald Trump to abuse women again. He's no different than what's his name, P Diddy, or what's his name, Weinstein, or any of these guys. It's a, or Epstein, or any of them. This is the crowd he ran with. He called P. Diddy, his friend, a nice guy, but doesn't like it because he spoke bad about him. Epstein was a great guy until they just had a breakout because of Epstein stealing, like he said, his property. But when it came to women, young girls abusing, and they all have the same mentality, and you're seeing it, Donald Trump. So enough is enough, especially as the president of the United States. You cannot do that no more. You cannot talk to our daughters, our wives, our kids, our children like that anymore, and show some respect. So guys, you know what to do. I'm asking for every one of their call to action. Go out there, do your thing. Let's get this guy to stop and going out there and abusing women. Thank you so much. Have a great day.